All right, you want to check it? I'll X out of it there really quick.
Please stop, please.
There we go. All right. Anybody tuning in at home? We're just waiting for the boys to take the ice for warm-ups.
Jimmer be your commentator. Here he comes.
Try to get Jim.
Daddy,
Just
can I
laughs
do
and
it?
just turn around. He's just gonna walk away.
Daddy, can I do it?
He's gonna
Just
know he
relax.
doesn't see you. He's just gonna buzz right by you.
I'm missing John, and I don't have my voice. Might need you, Jim.
John will be here.
Come on, sub in.
No,
Come on.
I'm watching.
Come on, Jimmer.
You sponsored the game.
I'll drop 2 the F-bombs.
Uh,
John will be here.
I think John's right there. I'll go look if John's in the warm area. Dad, I'll go look if John's in the warm area.
no, Kinsley. Stop. Go be it. All right, we're live here. Still struggling with my voice. It was better this morning, but my son seemed to have lost it. The heat's on in here, which is amazing. It's a rarity for us. For some reason, we're not tracking here. All right. The boys are warming up here. We'll go over their last game. Last game, I think we lost 5-3. Champlin was able to pull off a defeat. 4 of their goals were scored by Walker Perius. Looking for Walker right now, and I'm not necessarily seeing him out there. He might be missing Walker today. No, there he is, number 96 or 86. Champlin's team is Walker Perius, and he's a massive kid. He'll be a threat today the entire time. And boys will warm up. They got 3 minutes left, and then we'll get underway. I got my daughter, Kinsley, standing beside me. She wants to tell you, what do the boys have to do to win this game?
They have to skate hard
What else do they need to do?
to win. They need to win.
Well, how are they going to do that?
They need to score.
Perfect. Do they need to score more than Champlin?
Yes.
All right, well, let's hope they can do it today. They look to be fired up on their warm-ups. Hopefully they can connect with some passes and come out of the box. It looks like we got our full team back. We were missing Isaac Olson and William Stewart on the last game. Both are now back. So we should have a full lineup and be ready to go. Go sit down. I can't see. Hopefully the boys are ready to go, and got about 2 minutes left of this warm-up.
I'm coming.
All right, we got John Pitzel with us now. Billy, how are you? My voice is still struggling. I actually announced my daughter's game this morning.
How'd that game go?
It went great. They won third place out in Braemar.
Oh,
Just like
really?
Bear Lake, they won the third place game in a shootout win. It's 4-3 at the very end there, and so it's
Any
an
points
exciting.
for the Hamas team?
No, none of that. No points for Kinsley, unfortunately.
All right.
She played D, so I wasn't expecting a lot of points out of her. But
What are your predictions for today's Vikings game?
I predict Minnesota Loserville upset.
10.5. Seattle at home against the Vikings. That doesn't look good. Vegas is not a fan.
Although usually when we expect to lose is when we come up big. So we'll see. Maybe they'll come up big and surprise everybody.
Well, here we got a big tilt. Champlin, we were up on the big sheet with them a couple weeks ago. It didn't go in our favor. What do you think about today?
I think that it's going to be another hard-fought battle with a little coaching strategy. Champlin's got some big players that we can shut down. They have Walker Perius,
You
Connor
got to
O'Keefe.
watch out for Walker. He controls the ice. You know when he's out there. Hopefully Pickett's got a plan for him today. We got Pickett and Carlin today back, full squad. Are we missing anybody? Did Stu make
No,
it back?
I believe that we got all our players back. Stu and Isaac are back on the ice. So
Olsen's back. I heard they had a nice turkey day at the cabin.
they did, and hopefully they're ready to play. And one of the crucial players that Champlin was missing on the last game we played them was Connor O'Keefe, and he's probably the second biggest threat to us. And he's here today. I at least saw his dad at Modes before the game, so they're gonna have some threats out there.
Speaking of Moles, I saw a pretty good group of parents gathered before the game. What was the general consensus from the happy hour group in Moles?
I think everybody's excited about the game and ready to see us take down Champlin. It would be a big upset to their team, and so hopefully they can pull it off here today. And
What do we got for Zebras? We got Dimitri, I see it. And I think Dave. Yeah. All right. Well, 2:04, we're starting on time. Let's see what the Rebels bring here for the first face-off.
hopefully everybody at home can hear us because they got the music cranking in here, and it's right below us or above us.
She's coming. She's in Moe's. Always in Moe's. How are you guys? Were you here for his game? Were you here for his game? Oh, really?
Looks like our starting lineup is going to be Will Pitzel on the dot. He's got Gazzoni and Ross as his wingers, and you got Liam and Vaughn back there at D. Champlin's able to pull off the face-off win. They bring it into a zone. Will Pitzel dropping back. Vaughn scoops it up behind the net. He tries to chip it, but it's unfortunately can't get out of the zone. Graham Gazzoni grabs it. He's bringing it out of the zone, but gets cut off by Champlin. Connor O'Keefe from Champlin brings it back out of their own zone in the neutral ice. Graham almost able to poke check that away. Liam Hamas stepping up against Miles from Champlin. They shoot it and it goes wide of the net. Von Norman is able to chip it out of the zone. Looks like Will Pitzel's able to chase that down and wins the battle of the puck in the corner. He's getting pressure, though, by Champlin. It looks like Kern back there from Champlin giving him a hard time. Champlin gets possession of this puck. The bounce goes out. Liam passes it over to Jackson Kraus. Kind of a dangerous play there in the neutral ice zone. Drew Millich picks it up, carries it through the neutral zone, has a toe drag, dumps it in deep behind the net. Stewart behind the net there, pressuring. Champlin able to chip it out. Kraus picks it up and drives it back the other direction, trying to hit Drew Millich there, but just can't find him. And we're going to get, looks like an icing call. We're going to be coming back the other direction.
Well, like what we're seeing out of Stu. Looks like he took a couple of days off, went to Chicago, and he came back refreshed and ready to fight here today.
That's what we need. We're going to have Isaac Olsen Stewart, and who is that? Is that Drew Millich out there as our forwards with Carlson Carlin as your D. Isaac loses that draw to his feet, but Drew Millich picks it up, throws it, just gets chipped wide, I think. Stu hits Isaac, and just like that, we go up 1-0. I don't know who got that one. Too many bodies in front of the net. John, did you see who got that one?
I think it might have been Millich. I mean, he was like a bee on a hornet's nest right in front of the net. Those boys were swarming. They worked the puck to the middle and found a way to find the back of the net. That's a great start for this team.
Stone it. Loses the face-off draw there. It goes back to Champlin's D. Oh, and we're gonna get a chipping call. JoJo Ross got his stick out there and tried to intercept that pass, but his stick unfortunately fell on the bottom of a skate blade. Player didn't go all the way down. He just went down to one knee. But that's all it took, and just like that, we got our first power play or penalty kill. Stone taking the face off. He wins it to himself, able to rush it out of the zone. He's got Schulte trying to support. Champlin brings it back in. Not able to get much on a shot in front of the net. Champlin looking to pressure. Jake hits his stick out there to try to block any pass. Chalstrom behind the net battling. Champlin able to come up with it. Connor O'Keefe here. Connor looking for a guy. Michael there to pressure him. Connor cycles it behind the net. Tries to get a one-timer in front, but it just can't connect with that pass there. Michael's able to get it back out of the zone. Tries to feed Schulte, but it's intercepted by Walker. Walker tries to throw a shot, but it gets deflected wide. Walker again with the puck. Tries to get it out. Fortunately, their D's able to hold the zone. Schulte, though, pressuring and able to get it back out to the neutral zone. Schulte still maintaining possession. Tries to take a shot, but it hits traffic in front. Schulte continues to bear down. These boys look like they're looking for redemption. Walker Perius brings it into the zone. Throws it out front. Hits traffic. JoJo forced out of the penalty box. He's coming out flying. Parents are looking for a call.
Nothing from Dimitri on that one.
And parents aren't happy with that call. Lots of arguing. Champlin behind the net. Champlin continues on the zone, but Graham gets a stick on it, bounces out to the center ice. Champlin able to chip it back into our zone behind the net. Vaughn there to get it. And some action in front. Jake comes up with a great save. Boys continuing to battle along the near side boards. Liam Hamas drops back with the pressure. Gets to the D of the Champlin player. He cycles it back behind the net. Connor O'Keefe grabs the puck, tries to bring it back behind, tries to do a wraparound.
Shut down by Oswald on the doorstep. We can't let that happen. We can't have guys walking from behind the net right in front. D's got to step up, and that weak side wing has got to be there to shut that down.
I agree. Having a little bit of difficulties with our tracking. I think the boys just moved too fast for the auto tracking.
This is the same rink that I had problems with at last time.
Well, it's too close to the rink, I think, and unfortunately it doesn't want to track, so I'm going to do my best to keep the boys in frame. Boys able to chip it out to neutral ice. Champlin, though, gets a hold of it. Kraus grabbing it in the neutral zone. Works his way through. Schulte tried to grab it, but it gets picked up by Walker. Jake gets a stick over Walker. He comes up. Walker Perius pinks the corner after Jake had shut him down. And unfortunately, we go down 1-0 again.
Well, that's the importance of back checking. I mean, Jake makes the first save, and Walker still has the ability to pick up himself. They got to back check to a man and get back and help.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate deal. I really think we need to assign somebody to just be on Walker Perius almost at all times.
I think it's worth talking about. He had 3 or 4 goals against that last.
Yeah, he scored 4 of the 5 goals, I believe, on the last game. Olsen wins that faceoff draw. Goes to JoJo Ross, who dumps it in deep behind their goalie. Champlin's the first to the puck, but Stone is there to pick up and pressure. Isaac Olsen. Isaac continues to battle to get possession. He's able to keep that in the zone. JoJo Ross dumps it deep behind their goalie. Champlin, though, is able to pick it up. Oh, but it's stripped by Drew Milich, who keeps possession of it. Tries to do his best to keep possession, but Champlin is able to overcome him, and they were able to bring it back down. They get it deep into their zone, or to our zone. Isaac behind the net, trying to break it out. It bounces off one of our sticks, unfortunately. Goes right back out to center ice and comes to the stick of a Champlin player who drives it back in. Tries to throw it on net, but it goes well wide and hits the boards. Isaac Olsen again through the neutral zone, brings it in, tries to go wide, hitting some traffic in front, goes to Stu. Max Peterson steps up, takes a shot right on net. There's a scrum, their puck's still loose. Champlin gets it. Connor O'Keefe from Champlin is bringing it wide. Walks right around Chelstrom. Walks around Max Peterson and gets a great shot on goal, but Jake's there to stop him and makes that save look easy.
That's tough. I mean, Walker walked right around RD. Now you got O'Keefe walking around RD. They got to recognize that, gap up, and be ready for that speed.
They're fast, they're physical, and they're looking for this win. They don't want to lose to us. They're able to chip it out of the zone. Schulte's going. Schulte's dropping back behind the net, trying to pressure. Champlin able to maintain possession. Not for long, though. Champlin brings it back into the zone. Tries to throw one out in front. Jake able to get an easy save on that one, and we'll get a cover and we'll get a defensive zone draw here. Stone's going to be in, Isaac Olsen's going to take this face off. No, that is Stone. Chelstrom gets it behind the net, battles, loses it to a Champlin player, but we're able to regain possession. Stewart comes in, and he's looking like he's coming through with speed. Oh, and he just cuts to the middle, unfortunately, and able to keep the zone pressure there. Ran into traffic there. Schulte behind the net trying to pressure. Champlin gets possession of it. Oh, more action in front. Max Peterson again with it. Walks it in. Takes a shot from the point. Just gets tipped wide. Stewart behind the net trying to pick it up. Grabs possession of it. Throws it out front to Schulte. Schulte gets intercepted by a Champlin player, and he's not able to get a good shot off, and the puck goes sliding over to their goalie, and he's able to get a glove save on it.
We're back to the Triple S line here. He's going to leave these boys out here and see if they can get something going.
Stone wins that over to Stewart. Stewart maintains possession. He's got Walker stepping up to pressure him. Walker wins that battle and comes out with it. Walker's flying up. Stone though on him. He's poke checking that puck away. That's what we need. These big boys got to keep pressuring Schulte. Stone brings it back into the zone. Throws it out front. Ross stepping fresh off the zone, off the bench, and hits a slap shot. It hits traffic in front though. Liam holds the zone. Chips it back deep into the zone. Goes to Schulte. Schulte feeds JoJo Ross, but JoJo just not able to get a good handle on it. JoJo throws it back to Vaughn. You get a whistle. I think it's going to be offsides, but Vaughn.
Well, good pressure, moving the puck pretty well down low. I don't agree with this center ice face-off on that one, but
I agree.
Dimitri is going to bring it out here to center ice, and we're going to reset the bench.
Got some fresh legs out for forwards. Got Will Spitzel taking the face-off. Same D's, Vaughn and Liam Hamas out there. Pizzoni and JoJo Ross are out there to support Will Pitzel. Will wins that face-off. Vaughn grabs it, dumps it in deep. Champlin carries it behind the zone or behind the net. Liam stepping up to try to hold the zone. Will Pitzel grabs it, passes it over to JoJo Ross, who gets a shot on goal. And somehow it dribbles in. And just like that, we go back up 2-1.
I don't know how that went in.
I don't either, John.
Champlin kid's glove, or how did that go in?
But I'll take it. That's what we need. More pucks on net.
Put it on goal, and you never know what's going to happen.
Create some chaos, and just like that, it finds the back of the net. I would imagine JoJo Ross or Will Pitzel will get credited with that goal. Coach is going to leave that same line out there. Will Pitzel wins that draw. Vaughn tries to pass it. Goes off the shin pad. Liam chips it up. Gets it deep into the zone. Will Pitzel is going to win that battle to the puck. Gets to it. Champlin able to pick it up. Vaughn able to hold the zone again. Gazzoni steps up and beats the player to the boards and able to hold the zone. JoJo Ross is on it. Able to pressure. Eventually, Champlin's able to get a hold of that puck. They bring it back into the zone. Liam pressures and steps up, forces him to the wall.
Great step by Hamas.
That was great. Fortunately, Champlin's able to maintain possession. They go pass to the D. It goes to the point. Liam blocks the shot, never makes it to Jake. Another pass. Another block by Liam Hamas. And it clears the zone. Two great block shots by Liam. Champlin goes D to D. Champlin dumps it around the boards. Vaughn is battling a Champlin player. Liam drops back to pick it up. Boys get around the zone. Stu's coming in with speed. Stu's able to keep possession. He drops it over to Drew Milich. Drew drops it back to Stu, who goes to Isaac Olson. He throws a backhander. Fortunately, it just doesn't get going. Krause is able to momentarily hold the zone, but it bounces off one of their players. Carlin feeds it up to Drew Milich. Drew brings it in, but gets it taken away by a Champlin player. Champlin dumps it around the boards. Paris is there, facing off against Carlin. Krause is stepping up. Walker tried to feed the back door, but he didn't get a good handle on the puck, and it dribbles over.
You just got to watch for Walker. When he starts breaking, he was high in the D zone. He wants to go, and we got to keep an eye open for that.
Walker is going to continue to be a huge threat here. Stone wins that, or Isaac wins that. I'm sorry, I keep confusing them. Milich grabs it, gets it out of the zone. Champlin regains possession of that. Carlin drops back to pick it up. He chips it off the boards. Fortunately, it doesn't make it out of the zone. Champlin pushes it deep into the zone. Drew Milich picks it up, chips it out of the zone. It's going to go the length of the ice, and as a result, we'll get an icing.
I don't think Drew liked what he saw with the matchups and how the momentum was. I think he's going to take the whistle and get a change.
I'd agree that that's probably what just happened there, and that was probably a smart play by Drew. They had been out there for quite some time and probably needed a line change anyways. Got Stone back in the faceoff circle with Schulte supporting. Stone again wins that. Schulte grabs it. He's coming in with speed. He wins the battle, throws it out front, but just nobody's there yet. Max Peterson holds the zone. Goes to JoJo Ross, who feeds Schulte. Schulte tries to find Stone in front, but it gets intercepted. Champlin dumps it in. That should be coming back as an icing.
Wow. Great look down low there and trying to force it to the middle. I think that was a good play, just didn't bounce our way.
I'm going to try to adjust here a little bit so I can get a little bit more room to... All right, we'll see if I can get... Stone staying out there. He wins the face-off draw, gets it in deep behind the Champlin boards. Schulte stepping up and trying to pressure. Champlin tries to flick it out. Charlstrom with a slap shot just goes wide. Ross beats it to the boards. Stone's got it. He's got two guys on him, though, pressuring him. JoJo Ross steps up and he throws it to the D. Goes to Charlstrom and takes one heck of a shot. Schulte tries to get it in, and we're going to draw a penalty.
That's a good ball. He had his stick tied up.
Might be Crew Kern, and it's going to the box here. No, that's Miles. So Champlin's player Miles is going to the box. Probably a smart penalty on their part, though, to keep that out of the back of the net because Schulte was there. I think that thing was going to go in.
A lot of pressure in front.
Will Pitzel wins that draw to Stewart. Stewart throws it to Charlstrom. Charlstrom looking for an angle. Fumbles the shot, but able to regain possession of it. Dumps it in deep behind the boards, behind the net. Stu's first to it. Kind of got in the way of the ref, kind of got in the way there of Stu and slowed his momentum. Will Pitzel and Stu battling. A Champlin player is able to come in there and pick it up. They try to chip it out. And it just unlucky bounce. It doesn't work out. O'Keefe's got it. He's bringing it in. Max Peterson gets there, gets a stick on him, and he prevents Connor O'Keefe from making any sort of a play. Connor O'Keefe dumps it behind our boards. Michael Charlstrom gets it, feeds it up to Graham Gazzoni. O'Keefe goes back to his D, who then feeds back O'Keefe in the neutral zone. O'Keefe with a shot from the point, and it beats Jake, and they get a shorty to tie this back up.
You could see that develop in the neutral zone. They had some momentum, and that was a good shot.
Yeah, that was a spectacular shot. Spectacular setup, unfortunately, by Champlin, and not the kind of power play we'd like to see it. I preferred it to be coming back this direction.
Not much possession in the O zone, and it didn't go our way that time. 36 seconds left on the SLP power play.
Olsen wins it back to Von Norman. Von feeds it up to JoJo Ross. He drives it wide, comes into the zone, feeds Isaac Olsen, takes a shot, but the blocker saved. They come flying through the crease.
That's a good looking play.
That was
right
a
there.
good play.
That's
we got a
good
minute
looking
35
play.
left of this first period with only 23 seconds left of this power play.
More of that. I'm not sure what is going on here with the face.
Looks like they lined up on the wrong dot. Isaac Olson wins that faceoff draw, but it splits our defensemen, so goes right to Liam Hamas outside the zone. Liam feeds JoJo Ross. Continue to battle. Isaac Olson keeps pressure on the zone. Liam takes it, shoots it. Fortunately, it bleeds through, and the goalie gets a save. Not a hard shot to defend, but Walker Perius gets it. Intercepted by Liam, who brings it back up, but going to get caught off sides. That was a good read by Liam. Going to get some fresh legs out here, and
Coach Pickett's going to bring the Triple S package here.
Yeah.
See if we can get something going with a minute left in the first period.
we probably needed this. We have Walker Perius back out there. Ref's going to call that an intentional offsides and bring it back to the center ice. Walker Perius won it back for Champlin, straight back to his D. Stone's there to pressure. He chips it back into their zone. Champlin regains possession, goes D to D, and then over to Walker Perius. Liam gets a good stick on it and defends Walker. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Carlin. Stu grabs it after Jake had a great save. Stu tried to bring it back in, but can't get by the defenders of Champlin. Champlin trying to bring it back in. Takes a shot, but one of our players got a stick on it, deflects wide, and hits the glass behind the net. Carlin grabs it behind the zone, or behind the net. Feeds it to Schulte. Schulte goes to Stone. Stone walks around the defensive player. Oh, he shakes a backhanded shot. Goes off the crossbar. Carlin gets beat by Perius. Kraus comes up and steps up and ruins his momentum. It was a great play by Kraus. Stone sends it the length of the ice as the
What a
play was
play
coming
by
in.
Stone. He drove in, beat the defender, and just rings the bell. Unfortunately, he was on the wrong side of the post.
That was incredible. I'm guessing that Champlin is a little bit nervous for what they're seeing now, not expecting this to be this hard of a game. We look a lot different than we did the first matchup against them.
I mean, the passing looks great today.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
not sure what Coach Pickett had on the agenda for practice yesterday, but whatever they did is working. The boys are moving the puck. They look great.
You see Teddy's video,
Teddy,
Michael?
no.
Well, 27 seconds left of this this intermission. We'll go into the second period, 2-2.
You gotta listen to it though, too. It's kind of hard to listen to. You gotta listen and watch, kind of going back and forth.
All right, we get the buzzer, and we'll be back out at it.
Oh,
Watch it too. Watch it. Well, kind of go back and forth.
It's like the starting lineup this period is going to be Will Pizzo, JoJo Ross,
How about
Graham Gazzoni, with both Chalstrom and Max Peterson out
That's
there at D.
exciting.
he's 48.
oh, Teddy? I
Will
thought it was
Pizzo loses the
man.
draw. It goes back to Champlin.
Oh.
Champlin drives it in, but it lands on the stick of Max Peterson. Max feeds Graham Gazzoni,
I did not see
who
that.
sends it up to Will Pizzo. Will Pizzo drives it in deep, brings it behind the offensive zone net. Will Pizzo sends it around the boards. It goes to Max, and Max takes a shot from the point. He's able to glove save that. That was a great drive by Will Pizzo. I hope to see more of that. And
Good shot by Max, put it on goal.
Yes,
That's what we
yeah.
wanna see.
Will wins it to Max. Max tries to feed the winger. Champlin able to come up with it, though. They send it to the center ice. Graham Gazzoni fed it to Max. He got it back up to JoJo Ross. JoJo keeping it in the zone. Connor O'Keefe chips it off the boards and gets it out, but loses the handle on it. Graham Gazzoni steps up, battling on it. JoJo Ross wins the race to the puck, or the battle. Drives it in behind their goalie. Battle continues as they're trying to clear it. The puck goes out to Chalstrom. Chalstrom sends it back along the boards. Keep it in. Champlin rings it around the boards on the other side. They're able to clear it out of the zone as Connor O'Keefe brings it in. He drives wide, takes a shot, but goes well wide and hits the glass. Champlin from the point throws one on net, but it goes wide also. Champlin maintains possession. Their player looked for his D-man, but nobody was home, and he sends it the length of his own ice. I think he forgot to look before he made that pass. Walker Perius looking to cherry pick. Champlin able to get a weak.
Walker just hanging out in the neutral zone behind the D.
Yes, he was. That's all he does. He's sitting back there trying to cherry pick our players, and they got to be conscious of that. Liam plays with him occasionally in the summer on his AAA team, so he should know the play tendencies to keep a head on a swivel.
Heads up, Liam. Watch for Walker.
Yep. We had a conversation on the way to the game here about that. We win the face-off draw, and it goes back. Champlin's able to pressure enough. Oh, and just like that, Schulte gets it. Schulte uses his body to block it out. Gets a shot, but goalie's able to gobble that one up. That was a great rush.
Great drive. Schulte going right to the net.
Coach is
hoping to find a hole or maybe a rebound, and he was shut down by Champlin.
Coach is going to leave the same lineup out here. Olsen at the faceoff dot. He wins it back to Vaughn. Von Norman able to keep possession of it. Isaac Olsen. Oh, no. Schulte picks it up. Tries to feed Isaac. Isaac gets it. And he buries it. Rebound out in front. First shot went off the pads of the goalie. Landed right on the stick of Isaac, and he did not miss. He buried that in the back of the net. And now we got a 3-2 lead.
Perfect example of how you need to follow your shots to the net. Follow that shot, go to the net, and Olsen was right there to bury that one.
I believe Champlin's only loss so far in District 10 is against Anoka, who's ranked first in state according to Youth Hockey Hub currently. So they're hungry and they're thinking they could beat us, but I don't think they realize how good we are.
Well, and I think we have Anoka this week, don't we?
We do. We got to play them later this week for the first time. We play Blaine next, and then we go to Anoka, I think on Wednesday maybe. Champlin gets it in their zone. They ring it back around. Drew Milich is there to pick it back up. He brings it behind the net. Champlin able to poke check it away, but Isaac Olsen there to support him and regains possession. Champlin, though, able to get it again. They chip it out of the zone. Liam tried to hold the zone. Ref's saying that Liam might have got a piece of that one. I don't think he did. But either way, they called the icing off. Drew Milich sends it the length of the ice to clear it. They needed a line change anyway, so that's probably another smart call by Milich to dump it out of the zone and cause an icing.
I mean, speaking of top-rated teams in Minnesota, I think we're underranked. I mean, we got a lot of talent on this
team. I agree. We're in the mid-20s right now in Youth Hockey Hub on their rankings, but, you know, we had some tough tournament losses, and I think as the season goes on, we're going to see the coach dial in these lineups, and people are going to start understanding how underranked we are. Stewart gets the puck. He tried to feed Stone, but a miscommunication. Champlin walks around, throws a puck on net, goes off the pad of Jake with a great blocker pad save. Stewart picks it up on the blue line. He feeds it over to Stone. Stone dumps it in deep. Stewart battling. He's just gets aced out by the Champlin player, but they continue to battle on it. Walker Perius, here he comes. Walker coming up. He goes right around Carlin. But Jackson Krause gets a big stick on it and prevents Walker from being able to get any sort of a shot. Student gets a great poke check, which goes right to the stick of Stone, and he brings it in. Champlin, though, closes in on Stone, though, and takes it away. Krause almost intercepted that pass. Walker Perius was again trying to sit on the blue line and cherry pick that to get a breakaway, and it's not working for him. Stone grabs it. Carlin fed Stone on that pass. Stone's looking for an available guy. He just decides to throw it on net. The goalie lets go of it for some reason. It bounces back out. Lucky for him that his Champlin players were able to get a hold of that. Champlin trying to pass it out, but he misses his pass. Kraus gets it and takes a shot from the point, but Walker Perius grabs it, intercepts. Walker steps up, but Kraus is there to pressure. Forces Walker to have it throw his shot wide of the net, and he's not able to get anything good on that one. Great defensive play by Kraus. Champlin able to hold possession of the zone. Champlin goes D to D on it, takes a shot. Jake reads it all the way and gets a shot or a save. Walker tries to get the rebound, but it bounces above the net. The battle continues behind the play, or behind the net. Champlin able to hold zone pressure, and they're doing a great job at just keeping it in. Charleston backs up, but he loses it to the Champlin player, unfortunately. Champlin throws it right out in the middle, goes out to their D, takes a shot, gets deflected. Champlin gets it back to their D, and they take another shot from the point, but it lands right on the belly of Jake, and he's able to easily make a save. 9 minutes and 4 seconds left of the second period. 20 shots on goal for us, 18 shots on goal for
Pretty
Champlin.
good hockey game. This is a fun one to watch.
This is a back and forth, and this is the kind of hockey I want our boys to be involved in. This is how you get better. You got to make quick, fast decisions, and see what Isaac Olsen can do out here. He's in the faceoff dot. Drew gets to it first, but unfortunately, he loses his footing and falls. Charleston trying to get it out. He feeds Drew Milich with a nice pass. Drew brings it in. He skates wide. He tries to throw it out front, but just can't make it happen. Champlin comes in off sides, and we're going to get a whistle. Looks like coach is going to leave the same lineup out there, which at this point I'm okay with. Isaac wins that one back to Graham Gazzoni. Unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication. Lands on the stick of the Champlin player. The first shot Jake had, but they get the rebound, and it slides through the 5-hole of his gear. And
I mean, that's going back 30 seconds on that one. Great time to make a line change. Get some fresh bodies out there and reset the deck on what we're facing.
well, and we're back to 3-on-3 tied hockey.
Now we got Walker back on the ice against Triple S here.
See how Stone does against Walker Perius. Walker wins it back to his defenseman. Defenseman almost fumbles it there as Stewart was getting to him. They try to drive it up. Liam's going to get to it. He banks it off the boards. It lands on the stick of Stu. Stu drives it in wide. Goes around the back of the net here. Looking for somebody. He drops it back to Von Norman. He fires a shot. Goalie's able to get a pad save and cover. Great play.
I like that. Keep moving around. Open the ice up a little bit. Find an open guy and then crash the net. Put it on goal.
Stone wins that faceoff draw immediately, and he throws one right on net, and the goalie gets it. But another play.
That's fun to watch. Stone just walks right around Walker. Walker's heading to the neutral zone to cherry pick, and it's a nice shot on goal.
Stone comes up with that one again. Stone tries to feed somebody in front. Unfortunately, nobody's home. Champlin's able to get it. Not for long before Stone recruits it, and he's rushing it up. He goes wide, rocks around their player, takes a shot. I can't tell if that got deflected
That was
or
a crossbar. Second crossbar of the day.
Walker Perius coming back. It's going to be Liam Hamas versus Walker. Gets drived out wide. He has to go backhand on his shot and can't get much on it. Liam Hamas behind the play, battling. Champlin continuing to try to pressure. Liam intercepts the pass, chips it up to Stewart, but unfortunately it's a wobbling puck, and Stewart's not able to get possession of it, but at least gets it out of the zone. Champlin dumps it in. They're calling off the icing. Vaughn's first Stewart. He feeds it to Stone. Stone tries to hit Schulte center ice. Finds Ross. He feeds Schulte. Schulte tries to get a shot, but it hits traffic in front. Champlin is able to get possession of this and bring it back in. Champlin trying to go around Kraus. Kraus prevents it. Liam's able to pick it up, and it looks like
O'Keefe's going to go
O'Keefe's going to go on a penalty against Liam Hamas, his old teammate maybe. He's going to argue about it.
Well, Dimitri's going to have none of that. He doesn't like to stick up high, and he's going to show him the door there on that one.
I think they called a hook, he said, on that one, but
could have been a high stick, could have been an
interference,
could have been a lot.
Either way, I'll take it. Hopefully this time we can capitalize on our power play. We got Hitzel wins it back to Kraus. Kraus throws it, just goes wide of the net though. Gramzoni steps up, tries to get it, but they're able to chip it out of the zone past Carlin. Kraus beats him to the puck in the zone, feeds it back to Gramzoni. Again, I'm going to keep calling him Gramzoni. Champlin picks it up. He's got Kraus. Kraus not able to get him, and they get a shot on goal, but doesn't matter. Bill Pitzel brings it back in, walks around their defenders like it's nothing. He's looking for an option for passing. He sends it back over to Carlin. Carlin takes a shot, hits traffic in front. Again, Carlin unfortunately gets beat at the blue line. Does an on-man rush. Jake deflects the shot wide. Jackson Kraus behind the net pressuring. Will Pitzel supports him and is able to pick up that puck. Will Pitzel's got some speed. Let's see if he can just walk in there again. He goes wide. It brings it in front. Tries to go top shelf, but hits the goalie. Action in the corner.
You got to find your man on that 2-on-1 rush. You got to look. You can drive it deep and low, but you got to find your man.
The boys are going to get called for an offsides.
Lazy. Will Pitzel taking his time getting back to the blue line. Get your ass back there so we can keep the momentum rolling.
He's probably got a counting season on his mind. You know?
Dimitri again brings this one to center ice. I don't think he understands offsides and how it works.
Yeah. I think he's saying that we intentionally brought it in offsides, but fortunately, that kills the penalty, and Champlin goes back 5-on-5. Perius tries to feed his player, but it's intercepted by Max Peterson. Champlin able to grab it, but Schulte picks it up, feeds Drew Milic. Drew goes wide. He takes a shot, but it's a hard angle. It goes wide and hits the glass. Walker chips it off the board and goes right around Michael. He brings it in behind our goalie. He tries to do a wraparound. Michael steps up and prevents that from happening. Schulte battling behind the boards, or behind the net here. Oh my goodness, Schulte had it tipped away from him. The rebound of that went right out in front, caused some chaos, but Jake's able to settle it down.
I mean, it's so tough to play with a guy like that, but you got to know where Walker is on the ice, and you got to have a guy on him at all times. Yeah. The Rams?
Not certain what's going on. Champlin refs or Champlin coaches are arguing with their lineup. Looks like some of the Champlin players didn't want to switch. Oh, just like that. Champlin is going to go to the box.
I think they were trying to substitute, and the refs, are not going to allow that.
Not the refs, and they're going to go to the box.
This one's going to go all the way down. Let's see what he brings. Does he put O'Keefe out there? He doesn't put Walker on the PK, but he does bring O'Keefe.
I don't know what was said to the ref, but something was said, and that the ref didn't like it. They called him for a game misconduct.
Oh, and the Champlin player is even animated. Wait, what? You got to take your medicine and sit in the box?
Yeah.
You're going to get another one.
We win that face-off draw. Max Peterson sends it. It deflects into the net. Just like that. Max Peterson from the point takes a hard shot, deflects up.
And we got some animation on the Champlin bench. The coaches are yelling, throwing their arms around. Hey, this is a gentleman's game. Let's play.
Yeah, even the parents are animated out there. They're all fired up. It's funny to me because none of the parents in the stands have any clue what that player was saying. Must have said something enough that made the ref mad to call that. We got 4-3 SLPCR, 4:15 left in the second. Still lots of game left here. Connor O'Keefe brings it in. He tries to take a shot on goal or on net, but Schulte able to get a stick on it, deflects wide. Continues to battle in front. Champlin feeds their point. He takes a shot, but it goes well wide of the net. Isaac Olsen grabs this puck out of the zone. He walks through everybody, tries to refeed it in front, but unfortunately the bounce goes to Champlin. Line change to afford us the ability to get some fresh legs on the ice on defense.
Well, this
Champlin.
one's heating up here. That penalty, Champlin wasn't happy about it. SLP capitalized on it. I would imagine the intensity of this game is going to continue to amp up here.
I think we're going to see some physicality coming up in the third period. Stone wins that draw over to Stu. Stu gets it. He feeds it over to Graham Gazzoni. Unfortunately, Champlin was there to deflect it. It goes back to Vaughn. He chips it off the boards. Walker Perius picks it up in the neutral zone. Walker feeds his D. He chips it up the boards. The bounce goes bad, and they're able to walk it in. Liam with a great stick. Stone able to pick it up. Stone drives it up. He's got Walker, but he sends it over to Stu. Graham Gazzoni comes in, muscles his way through there. He drops it back to Liam Hamas. The bounce goes bad, and Liam comes up on the short end of the stick on that. Champlin got a shot off, but it hits the shoulder of Jake, and he deflects it wide. Oh! And just like that, we got lucky on that one. Jake got deep, but they send it wide. Champlin tried to feed the back door. Now we're coming. Graham Gazzoni brings it in.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to get a call for a checking.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of it.
They're only going to give him a rough on that one. They're not going to talk about it. But, man, if that Champlin player would have taken one more stride at him, he would have got 2 and 10.
Yeah. Coach gets some fresh legs out there as we
Here they come with their 4-man PK led by O'Keefe. Let's see what we got here. Coach Pickett puts Pitzel, Ross, and
he's going to have to square off against O'Keefe.
Schulte.
O'Keefe loses it.
Point.
O'Keefe tries to get it out, but he can't get by Schulte.
We're going to get
Schulte
another
gets
one.
straight down by O'Keefe.
Another one.
And we're going to get another penalty for a hooking. And we're going to go 5-on-3 for a minute and 22 seconds.
I mean, when Schulte starts barreling up the middle, the only option that Champlin guy had was to take him down. Unfortunately, he used his stick, and he's going to the box.
2:06 left in the second period. Like I said, we're going to get a minute 22 of a 5-on-3, and then we'll go back to just a few seconds, 8 seconds of a 5-on-4. This is huge. Will Pitzel wins it back to Kraus. Cole steps up, takes a shot, but an easy glove save for the goalie.
I mean, we'd like to see that shot low.
Yes.
Unless you're going to rifle it, walk it into the hash marks and rifle that high, put that shot low and on goal and send the boys after it.
Rouse had more space. He could have come in a little bit
Could have
closer.
walked in a little bit
Could have walked in a little bit, but Champlin tries to win it back, but he can't get possession of it. Will Pitzel's got it. He's looking for options. Goes cross ice over to Schulte. Schulte drops it back to Ross. Ross drops it back to Will. Will keeps it in. He brings it back. Goes to Schulte behind the net. Goes out to Carlin. Carlin takes a shot. Keeps it low. Goalie's able to get a stick on it and save it. They're able to clear and send it the length of the ice. Looks like the ref that called it off. So Jake grabs it.
Champlin's going to bring Walker on the PK here.
Jackson Krause has got it. He's got a good rush. See what he can do. He brings it wide. He tries to go cross ice. Passes a little bit off its mark, or Champlin might have even got a stick on that. Champlin again gets possession of it. They're able to get it out of the zone as Walker Perius gets it. Charleston comes up and he walks around Walker. Can't get anything on his shot and just can't score. Will Pitzel grabs it. He brings it up in the middle of the ice. Oh, and he's able to get poke checked away. Champlin had killed one of their penalties. We have just a few seconds left on the last penalty. Charleston gets possession from Walker. Millets picks it up and brings it in. Only 34 seconds left of the period. Both penalties have been killed. Shot on goal there, and the goalie from Champlin's able to save it. Walker sends it up to his winger. They come back. Shot on goal, but an easy glove save for Jake. 19 seconds left of the second period.
You know, on that last rush, Will Pitzel 1-on-2. You want to see him drive outside, give us a chance to make our line change, find some guys in front of the net. I don't like that drive up the middle 1-on-2.
Yeah, I would agree. Usually doesn't work out. We're not going to be able to split the D typically, but some new players out there. Isaac Olsen wins the penalty or the draw back. It goes back to Charleston. Charleston sends it the length of the ice. It's going to be off its mark, and looks like it's going to get called off. It's not going to make it all the way. That's 6 seconds left of the period, though. And that's going to be the end of the period.
I mean, what a play by Charleston to get that puck up on the side of his stick and curl it around towards the boards.
I mean, easy.
You don't see that much. I mean, a few guys in the NHL can do that. Michael does it and winds this period down.
That's good. We're going to need a little bit of a regroup here, and hopefully the coach can continue to bring some strategy here.
You know, I do want to make one comment here. Usually you can tell the temperament and the type of coaches that you're coaching against based on what they're wearing. And I think all four of the Champlin coaches are wearing jeans. It's just you already know they're going to be fired up. They came from down from up north. They probably had a few beers at Moe's. And, I mean, put your Bauer pants on, put your sweatpants on. When you got jeans on and you're on the bench, you already know it's going to be ugly. And here, you can see it heating up right now. Right now, we got zebras arguing with the Champlin coaches already. I mean, this is what you get.
Well, and unfortunately for them, when they want to argue.
Oh, they booted the guy in the box. So the volunteer who was running the box for Champlin was very animated during those last two penalties. They just booted him, and now the coaches are signaling that they need a different pairing down in the box.
Looks like he's walking around. That's Tim Donaldson. I know him.
Oh, you could have stepped up here. Or you know the guy who was
I might have to text him after the game here and give him some credit for getting booted out of the box.
Dimitri is not going to put up with that, and Champlin's lucky they didn't get a penalty.
They are. They're very lucky in. They're not used to losing, and let's see if we can come out ahead of after the third period here. We're about to start off. We got Stone, Schulte, and Stewart, the S line. We come out with that
package. They're going to bring the heat to start the period.
Schulte threw that in the zone, and unfortunately Champlin comes up with it. Schulte wins the race, pokes it ahead. Just can't get a handle on it. Champlin's able to pick it up. They bring it around the back of their net. Stone's there though to pressure and keep possession. Stewart gets there. He's on Connor O'Keefe. Connor tries to dump it down the length of the ice. Von Norman's there. He pitches it back up. Gets to Schulte. Stewart's able to come back and help out and pick it up. Champlin's got a pair down on the ice. Not certain what happened, but Champlin players are all, or Champlin families are all fired up. They're yelling. Connor O'Keefe went down there. I don't know what happened, but
it's going to get physical here. This is getting heated. It's a great matchup between two very talented teams, and they're gonna grudge match this one out here for the end of it. Harris against Pitzel. These two boys played 2 years of hometown hockey together a few years ago. Pitzel and Walker.
okay.
We'll see who wins this face-off.
Oh no, this is Perius.
Yeah.
Walker. Yeah. I was mixing them all with Connor.
Love the family. His dad is one of my favorite guys to do.
Yeah, he is a great guy.
I saw him at.
Champlin walks this in. Throws one on net. Jake's able to get a good cover. Shots on goal are really equal here. We have 27 and they have 28 shots on goal.
It's been back and forth all day.
It is.
It's getting physical. This is going to be a good hockey game if these boys can keep it clean here.
Walker is back here trying to get a game lineup. Walker wins that draw. Jake, they get a shot on goal. Jake deflects it to the corner. Harlan feeds it over to Graham Gazzoni. Unfortunately, his pass goes to neutral ice, but it goes to Walker. Walker tries to get a shot on goal. Not certain what's happening, and he's
looks
going.
like the net's off. Oh, we got a
No, we're going for a hook maybe. Graham Gazzoni. I missed that one.
It's tough. If you stop moving your feet against a guy like Walker, and the only option you have is to try to bring him down with your stick. Tough decision, but that might have been okay.
Walker was walking around everybody there on that play, and
they're going to bring O'Keefe here on the power play. I bet you we see Walker in about a minute.
Walker wins that one. Goes back to his D. They go back behind to Connor behind the net. He loses it by taking off the net.
Great save by Jake.
Jake comes up big and gets a glove save on that on a one-timer. That was a great setup by Champlin, but
O'Keefe at center and Walker is back on the blue line on the PK.
Oh yeah, I missed that too. So they got their top two players out there.
13:27 to go, trying to make something happen.
Connor feeds O'Keefe. O'Keefe walks around one of the players, drives it in, goes high off the pipe, goes and hits the netting.
I think you got to get Stone or Schulte out there. You got to get your grinders out there and just get in Walker's face. Those forwards have got to give him pressure on the blue line, especially on this PK.
Looks like the only changes they're going to make are going to be Isaac Olson and Drew Milich coming out for forwards, keeping the same defenseman out.
You're going to see them try to get it high.
Connor comes in, tries to throw it in front. Oh, it gets deflected into the crease. They beat us to the puck. And just like that, it goes 4-4.
Well, that's a lot of pressure down low.
I agree with your strategy. I think on these crucial moments, you've got to get your top dogs out there. Schulte, Stone, and Stewart need to be on the ice.
I mean, you need your grinders that are going to battle every second they're out there and not let Champlin get possession of the puck. And they got possession and drove right to the net. It wound up in 4-4 game here with 13:07 to go.
Well, now we got Stone at center with Isaac and Drew as his wingers. Liam and Vaughn back out there as D. Champlin comes up with that win. They bring it into the zone. Can't get by Vaughn. Vaughn tries to chip it out of the zone, but Champlin able to hold it. Vaughn steps back up and strips the Champlin player. Chips it out to center ice. Stone back in pursuit of it. Almost strips the Champlin player. Liam able to read that play. He was going right for Walker Perius. Able to chip it back deep into the zone. Liam, and again, able to get a stick on it, but Walker comes up with it. Vaughn, though, coming in. Liam jumps back to keep pressuring Walker. Walker trying to cycle the puck here. He goes to his D. He takes a shot on net, but hits traffic in front. Liam just clears it out of the zone. And I believe that's, no, they're waving it off. Good play by Liam. Notice Liam's staying back. Walker's down here trying to cherry pick again. Liam's picking up on what
Good
he's
heads
doing.
up play by Liam, recognizing that float forward.
Sorry, I had the camera off a little bit there. Oh, they're going to call that not offsides. I thought that was going to be offsides. Isaac Olson tries to throw it on net. There's a backhanded shot, just doesn't get much on it, and the goalie's able to easily save that and cover. 11:44 left in the
I like
period.
this one. We got an offensive zone face-off. We don't have O'Keefe or Walker, and we got Pitzel, Schulte, and Stewart out there.
Well, let's see what they can do. We got Schulte mixed places with Carlin on that and dropped back to D initially. I think they're doing that strategically so that Schulte can maybe get a shot on goal if we win the faceoffs. Puck comes back out to Kraus. Kraus sends it back up the boards. Will Pitzel picks it up in center ice. He drives it in. Tries to go around O'Keefe. O'Keefe stops him though. Champlin trying to bring it back out of the zone. Kraus steps up, is able to hold it. O'Keefe picks it back up and rings it around the back of his board. Champlin trying to clear it. Schulte there to pressure. Stewart back there to battle to get possession of the puck. Champlin wins the battle though, unfortunately. Schulte reads the play and was able to pick it up. Walker parries is fresh off the boards. Schulte steps up, feeds Stewart, but Stewart loses possession of it. Oh no, Walker Paris has got it. He tries to feed the point right out in front, but nobody is there to get the pass, and we're able to chip it back out to neutral ice. Champlin walks it back in, goes around Michael, backhands it, action in front. Michael picks it back up and chips it off the boards. Not able to get it out of the zone as it goes flying in the air. Stone grabs it, brings it back up, and then they're going to call finally. Stone brings it back in, they're going to call Walker Paris. Champlin finally gets it and they get the whistle, but Walker's going to go to the box. We need to capitalize.
Just a little frustration on his part. Stone beating him, gets the stick up a little bit high, and he's going to have to sit this one out.
$9:51 left in the third period, 4-on-4. 5-on-4 for the next minute 30.
They're not going to bring O'Keefe on this one, so we'll see how this goes.
Stone wins that battle. He drops it back to Max Peterson. Takes a shot from the point, but it goes well above the net. Charleston steps up to hold the zone. Feeds it around the back of the net. JoJo Ross goes back to Stone. Champlin gets possession of it. Brings it back out. Stone strips the Champlin player. Brings it back in. Walks around the back of the net. Looking for his passing option. Goes to Max Peterson and feeds it back to JoJo Ross. JoJo goes cross ice, but just can't connect. Stone gets it. And we got 5-3. What a play by the boys.
Stone from Charleston buries it, and now the good guys are up 5-4 with 9:13 to go.
Amazing play. Amazing play.
JoJo, great heads up move, moving it across the middle. Michael stepping up, moving it down to Stone, and he buries it. That's a great play by the Panthers.
Got 9 minutes left to go in this third. We just got to find a way to keep this out of the back of our net and maybe bury one or two more against Champlin. Will Pitzel comes up with the win. Walks around Connor O'Keefe. They dump it in deep. Drew Milich and Isaac Olson are there to pick it up. Isaac pressuring. Champlin able to get possession of it. Tries to get it out. It goes, rings off the dasher board, the boards. Champlin bringing it in. They bring it back behind the net. Liam able to keep it from going in front. Drew Milich throws it out to center ice. It goes to Champlin, but it gets it out of the zone. Champlin looking to regroup. Connor O'Keefe comes up. Liam Hamas with a good stick to knock it to the corner. Pins Connor O'Keefe to the boards, but Crew picks it up behind the net, tries to do a wraparound. Jake gets his leg over there to make a good save. Vaughn steps up and tries to go around. He unfortunately hits Crew. Drew gets it though, brings it out. It's a 2-on-1, slides it to Isaac. Isaac hits the pad of the goaltender, maintains possession of it. Liam tries to feed it back to Isaac. Able to maintain zone possession. Isaac
What a play by Milich to slide that across.
That was great.
That's as good as it gets right there. That's how you draw him up.
And Isaac even got his own rebound. I love it. Got to keep that. Drew coming back up. He's playing great tonight. Tries to go in the middle. Unfortunately, Isaac gets possession. It slides. It actually goes.
They're going to call
penalty.
again.
They're going to.
Champlin's
Champlin's going to the box again.
Yeah.
For a hook.
The frustration, having some talented players that are on his
And
level.
it's Walker
at his
Farias,
speed.
yeah.
He's getting frustrated. The hooking, the tripping, those are the frustration penalties. And we love seeing him in the box. Put him over there.
Coach is getting serious about this lineup.
We got Gene Coach over here losing his mind again.
Yeah, they're not happy, and I'll take it. They keep screaming, we'll get another bench penalty maybe.
Yeah, put O'Keefe in there.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like Coach went with his big dogs. Got Stone, Stewart, and Schulte. Stone tries to walk around the players. Cross steps up and almost is able to hold his own. Stewart brings it back out into the neutral zone with speed. Walks it over, gets it up to Schulte. Schulte kicks it up to his stick. Gets it over to Stone. Stone fans on it. And Champlin's able to get it back out of the zone. Kraus back, tries to feed it back up the boards. Stu picks it up, feeds it over to Schulte. It bounces off his skates though. It goes all the way down. Champlin's the first to it. He banks it off the boards. Charlin's there, holds the zone, goes to Stone. Stone goes right up the middle, got pressure. Stewart finds the rebound to make this game a 2-game goal lead.
That's a big
6-4.
Did you see the footwork on Stone?
It was amazing.
Tied up, used his feet, moved that puck, got it on goal. Stewart finishes that one. That's a great play and a huge goal for the Panthers.
Two power play goals off of Walker Paris' penalties have come up huge for us. And suddenly we got a 2-goal lead with 6 minutes and 31 seconds left of this game. Champlin comes out ahead with that face-off. Max Peterson steps up, chips it back up to JoJo Ross. JoJo feeds it over to Gazzoni. Gazzoni goes wide into the zone, steps back, looking for passing options. Fortunately, doesn't get it deep.
That should
Champlin
be nice.
sends it the length of the ice. They're calling it off.
That one off.
Max Peterson steps up and takes Connor O'Keefe out of the play, though. Action behind our net. Good play to chip it out there. It's a pressuring. JoJo Ross makes a pass over to Will Pitzel after he snips the play. Centers it. And they just couldn't connect. Tried to maintain possession in the zone. Unfortunately, just comes out. We're going to get a whistle. 5:36 left of this.
We're seeing a momentum shift here. The boys are coming out hard. Everyone's working hard on their shifts. They got 2 shifts left each for this game. Let's finish it.
Stone gets beat by Walker Perius. Liam Hamas back to pressure on Walker. Loses the handle on it. Liam continues to pressure. Loses his stick. Gets in the way of Walker, and he can't do anything. Stone brings it back out to center ice, and suddenly Stone tries to speed it over to Isaac Olson. The goalie slides, gets his pads down and able to cover, but rush.
Capitalizing on that loose puck and creating the 3-on-2 opportunity. Really fun to watch.
I don't know what coach told them in the locker room, but this looks like a different team than we've seen any of these nights.
These boys are working hard. This
They
looks
are.
great.
Stone wins it back. Von Norman gets it, chips it in.
Here we got Walker out here on the red line.
We got Walker down here again along the boards. Yep, just trying to cherry pick his goals with a breakaway. Liam reading it though and staying out of the zone. Scrum along the boards. Comes out. Liam's going to pick it up. He chips it off the glass. Goes to Champlin. Crudo picks it up. Liam gets it. Banks it again off the glass. Miles is there though. Holds the zone. Liam loses a stick. Vondo is there to get it. Rings it around and gets it out. Champlin can't handle the puck. Goes into the zone. Drew Milich there to pressure. Bringing it back in. Too many sticks though in front for them to get by. So we chip it out to center ice. Stone does. Walker Perius tries to go, but Isaac Olson hits it, comes in, and he buries another goal. Slips their D of the goal. The puck. And he goes 5-0 on their goalie and 7-3.
What a shot by Olson. Recognizes the movement in the goalie. It's the only open spot he had to shoot at. And now we're up 7-4 with 3:54 to go.
Another huge goal. Commanding lead now at this point, 3:54. But they can't let off the brakes here or let off the gas. Will Pitzel wins it back. Kraus goes up and beats it to him. Champlin actually got a shot in there. Sorry, folks, I missed panning the camera. It actually hit the helmet of Carlin and then went on net. It was a weird bounce. Get a defensive zone draw here. Will Pitzel wins it back. Champlin is able to hold zone pressure. Shot from the point hits a body in front. Pitzel goes over along the side of the boards. Tries to feed Schulte, but it's just out of his reach. Champlin gets possession of it. Tries to go back out to the neutral zone. Jackson Krause is there. And Stu comes out with it. Drives it wide. He's got speed. He's got the angle. He takes a shot. Hits the pipe and goes into the netting.
Yeah, it's a patented Stu move. He loves to drive hard, low, and go up high. That one just missed the mark, but that could have really put the icing on the cake here.
Yeah, fourth goal here. 4-goal lead would really seal this deal. I don't want to say that it's in the bag quite yet, because I know this Champlin team is a true threat. Stone is going to take the face off. Not certain what's going on. Ref's looking up in the bench, and I don't know what he threw out. It looks like something was on the ice, and he threw it out. Stone wins the draw back to Charleston. Charleston fumbles the shot, lands right on the stick of Perius. Max gets there and interrupts his rush. Oh, what a play! What a play to save that. Walker was walking in.
Looked like he was shot out of a cannon there going after Walker.
Max got there. He cuts right in front of Walker. That doesn't allow Walker to get anything going. It actually causes him to fumble that puck.
Oof. Next year at this time, Walker's laying on the ice. Max lays him
Oh,
out.
yeah, absolutely. Bantams, it's going to change the game. Stone is going to take the face-off draw. Walker wins it. Shot on goal by Champlin, but it's right into the belly of Jake, and he covers.
Jake's been locked in here. He's had 3 or 4 great saves in a row. He's covering the puck. Let's just finish this one.
Walker again wins it back to his D. They cycle it behind the net. Walker's there to pick it up. Max Peterson pressuring. They try to center it, but one of our defensemen was there. I missed who it was. No, it was Graham Gazzoni was there to pressure. Champlin's able to pick it up in the neutral zone and dump it in deep. Charlstrom picks it up. He loses it. Walker Perius gets it. He tries to throw it on ice. To throw it on net. Hits traffic in front. Oh, and a missed pass, and Stone picks it up. He's got Gazzoni. Oh, Trevor Stone with the hat trick. He seals this deal. 8-4. 8-4. I think the Champlin coaches are at a loss. Oh, no, and we got a hat on the ice for the hat trick, but we don't need that stuff going on, and we get a penalty over that. 2 minutes sees it and throws it back over the glass, luckily. Refs don't see it, so we get away with that one. And
is that a penalty?
I think they could call something on us, I would imagine, and can't throw stuff on the ice, but either way, we don't need that.
Well, that was a big goal. That third one mattered.
Oh, and Jake with a great save. Minute 53 left in this game. We're up 8-4. Banks it off the boards, and Drew tries to get it out. Drew's coming in again, tries to go up the middle. It goes to Isaac. Isaac takes a shot, and it goes into the back of the net. Champlin's poor goalie looks defeated at this point.
I mean, that's 2 for Olsen on the ice, finding the open spots, watching the movement of the goalies. Great goal, way to capitalize on that turnover and really bury the hatchet on this one.
Champlin goes down 9-4 against us here. Minute 37 still left in this game. It's quite a hard deficit to overcome at this point. We win that draw. Isaac Olsen tried to get it. Goes back to a Champlin player. Going to get an offsides here, and my coach is going to change the defensive pairing. Carlin and Kraus coming out, keeping the same forwards.
Hitzel, Olsen, and Millich.
Going to get a neutral zone face-off at the center. Not certain why. Oh, Connor O'Keefe chips it in. Kraus into the corner to battle, pressuring him behind the net. He feeds somebody at the point. Shot, but Jake reads it all the way and is able to get a good cover.
Well, mid-second period, the game got physical. Our boys stepped up. They kept it clean. I don't think we've had a penalty since it got physical with about 3 minutes left of the second.
I think we've only been to the box once this game. It's been a whole new team today. The discipline these boys have been showing.
And the resolve to finish this one when it got tight.
Schulte picks Schulte's able to pick it. Stone comes in and again buries it to make it a 10-4 game, double digits. That's a pretty sweet one against the top 10 team in Minnesota. The boys are clapping their sticks on the boards. They love it. Fumbled by a Champlin defensive player, and they come up big. I see players on the Champlin side, including Walker, shaking his head.
Not much the goalie can do on that one. That's a good shot.
Oh, yeah.
Tough turnover. These are odd man rushes.
Coach is going to leave Schulte, Stone, and Stewart out there. Champlin comes up with it, brings it behind our boards. Jackson battling behind the boards. Walker Perius grabs it. Goes again behind our boards. Stone's back to it, sends it back around. Schulte's there to pick it up. Schulte brings it into the neutral zone. He beats the Champlin player, takes a slap shot from a hard angle, goes up the side of the net. Stu's there to support and grab the puck in the corner. Champlin comes up with they're able to feed Walker. The Kraus is there immediately to disrupt Walker. He just has not had the impact he would like on this game. Stone gets in the neutral zone and dumps it in deep with only 12 seconds left in the game. Champlin's going to be looking to feed Walker. Walker's at least want to get to another goal. Parents are yelling cherry picker from the stands at Lock Imperius. And that's going to be the game. 10-4, an upset for Champlin for sure.
Well, the
Brandon
boys
Wright's
came
come
out.
back
They
our
were
way.
working hard. They stayed out of the box. They moved the puck exceptionally well today.
Coach is reminding the boys to calm down and be respectful as they go through the handshake line.
You know, I think Champlin's going to look back. They're gonna be frustrated with those penalties they took in the second
I would
period.
agree.
Created some power play opportunities, and
Our boys remain undefeated in District 10 play, 5-0. The last game we played against Champlin was not a regulation game. That was an exhibition game. So as a result, we're going to remain undefeated.
that's a big win heading in against Anoka here this week. And
Not certain what's going on. Boys are trying to get a prayer circle. Coach, I think, is telling them they need to get off. The Zamboni doors are already open. I don't know if there's chirping, but
they're not going to let Champlin join the prayer circle, or what?
well, I think there is some chirping going on. It's my guess. Be interesting to hear from the boys after this. They're going to complete their prayer circle, though. With a couple of the kids standing guard.
Oh, interesting. Well, one's a rematch against these guys. That'll be an interesting game.
Coach is going to keep the Champlin boys separated on purpose, I think. I'm sure it's been fired up. Boys, take.
Well, Billy, score Vikes.
Let's go. The Vikings
go.
are on next, and what a great game. We'll see you next week. I think we play Blaine early next week.
Blaine?